Not into long podcasts? Don't worry, we've got bite sized clips just for you. This is CWN Clips. Please don't forget to subscribe. The research linking proximity to golf course to a 126% increased PD risk. That's a significant. That's a revelation, right? Because people want to live close to golf course, especially if you're rich and you want to have a golf course inside your house, or probably if you have such a big space. And the nerve toxins typically used on golf courses and how this exposure extend beyond the ground screw make it, even as you say, it's through the nose, and it evaporates so fast and it stays there for so long. So I mean, please talk about that. I know it's like a secondhand smoke.
Yes, and so golf courses use lots of pesticides. They use up to 80 times as much pesticide per acre as used on agricultural areas. So my colleague, Dr. Brittany Krasinowski, a geographer at the Barrow Neurological Institute in Phoenix, and her colleague, Dr. Rodolfo Savica, a neurologist at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, looked at new cases of Parkinson's disease in Rochester, Minnesota, and they found that individuals who lived within 1 mile of a golf course in Rochester, Minnesota, had a 26% increased risk of developing Parkinson's disease compared to individuals who lived more than 6 miles away. Presumably, pesticides are to blame. Dr. Krasinowski in the paper was really concerned about pesticides contaminating the water supply, for example, wells. I also get really, really concerned about people inhaling the pesticides. And as you indicate, it's like secondhand smoke. There are 3 studies that link green space workers, like landscapers, to higher rates of Parkinson's disease. But you don't need to have worked with the chemical to be at risk.
Yeah.
These are individuals, they weren't the grounds crew, they weren't even golfers. These are people who simply lived near where pesticides are sprayed on a golf course and had a more than doubling of the risk of Parkinson's disease.
Wow.
My colleagues, Drs. Kimberly Paul and Beata Ritz at UCLA, showed that simply living or working near where paraquat, the weed killer that's linked to Parkinson's disease, is sprayed, is associated with doubling of the risk of Parkinson's disease. So we have 2 different researchers looking at 2 different likely pesticide exposures, both likely, at least in part due to inhalation, coming to the same conclusion that living near where certain pesticides are sprayed is associated with a doubling of your risk of the disease. You don't have to be the farmer or the person smoking the cigarette to be at risk. Simply being in the same room, same environment, same general location increases your risk, not of getting lung cancer in this case, but of getting Parkinson's disease.
I mean, but having said that, such facts being published and there is scientific evidence based papers are coming out showing that people living close to the golf course, and are there any EPA has taken efforts to actually stop using such chemicals in the golf course in terms of or how far it has reached? I just want to understand.
So one of the pesticides most commonly used on golf courses is a pesticide called chlorpyrifos. Great research done by my colleague Dr. Virginia Rao at Columbia University showed that when that pesticide was sprayed to kill insects in the homes in New York City, used to be sprayed inside homes, apartments in New York City to kill bugs, that pesticide called chlorpyrifos, she followed the children born to moms had where the pesticide was sprayed. They found the chlorpyrifos, the pesticide, in the umbilical cord blood of the children born to those mothers.
Wow.
And then she followed these children out to ages 3, 5, and 7, and the higher the level of the pesticide in the umbilical cord blood, the lower the IQ at 3, 5, and 7. And then just last month, she published a paper looking at these children, the brain MRIs of these children now ages 6 to 15. The higher the level of the pesticide in the umbilical cord blood, the more structural brain abnormalities on MRI, and the slower the motor function. She estimates that something like this pesticide has cost 25 million American children 17 million IQ points. Children have had their IQs reduced simply so that we can use a pesticide sprayed inside of people's homes that's also been sprayed on golf courses, utility poles, and according to one report, over half of apples eaten in the United States have the residue of that pesticide on it. Now, in 2021, the EPA banned this pesticide, chlorpyrifos, I think in large part because of the great work done by Dr. Virginia Rao. But my understanding is that the manufacturer of that pesticide sued, and the fate of that ban is uncertain to at least me. In the lab, that pesticide damages the dopamine-producing nerve cells that are lost.
This is just a glimpse of one of the many conversations we've had in this channel. If you found this thought-provoking, please don't forget to subscribe and explore more insights from unfiltered voices and the real-world experts. And please don't forget to like and share this video to as many people as possible. It keeps us going. See you in the next one.